Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth.
Hello. Welcome to the Minnesota Dirt Channel.
Here's Alex Verdugo. And it's fouled away. James, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Left-hand batter waits. He goes down looking.
I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else, anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift at a two-strike count. But sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
100. Here we go.
The plate as he
Back
swings
in
through strike
action.
one. Breaking ball through there.
Playoff push.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control and command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
Forget about it.
Bases empty, one away. Here in the second game of the series. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He swung over top of the curveball.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first two batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Hardy stands in with two away as he takes a ball. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch,
101.
something bad happens because
I'm going right back up
stuff
there.
is just too good to fail.
Righty delivers. That one misses, and it's 2-2.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So they make short work of him there. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Tigers 3 and the Angels 1. And we're back. New inning getting started. Here's the third baseman, Jace Young. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays.
We got a 3-3 game.
And because of
I'm
that
going to go ahead
power arm, he's able to go a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
In the air, right side. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at third with one out. And now Solomon Sheehan. Strike one.
0-1.
Strike him out. Strike him out.
Ultimately, you want to tie him off, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Sheehan.
One away with a runner at third.
Time to get embarrassed.
In extra innings.
Strike three.
Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. Yes, he did.
Moving
Now he goes
on
on
up.
strikes.
Big strikeout right there, and that kind of takes the
Jeremiah.
pressure off the defense a bit. Infield was in, so now they can move back, give themselves more time on a grounder to make a play.
Strike
a lot
one.
more ways to work out of this and strand that runner at third now.
Well, it's kind of deflating. You blow that lead in the bottom.
No.
Back up the middle, and it gets through. Runner from third in to score. It's 4-3.
Raleigh gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
The pitch. Off the plate inside, and 1-1.
Hey, now we got two.
He swings and fouls one off.
Nothing but curveball so far in the at-bat. Kind of makes it difficult as a hitter.
Blew the express right by
100.
his bat for strike 3.
Yes.
So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom.
Block
of
it off and give me a dub.
Tigers 4 and the Angels 3. We're in extras here. Now here's Nolan Jones.
Oh, Nolan.
Man at
Boss
second,
challenge.
nobody out. Chris, certainly one of the things in his head is trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, the way that we see the game played today, though, guys are not sacrificing as much just to get that runner across. They're really looking at doing damage. Slugging is the name of the game.
And the pitch. Ball 1, no strikes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I think part of that goes into it's just so hard to come up with hits. In today's game, starters don't go deep, and so hitters are seeing multiple pitchers every night, and that makes it more challenging just to come up with a single. Tied at 4. Swings and misses. Now 3-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
One down.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
And there's 2 away.
Close the door.
So up next, Alex Verdugo. And that drops in for a strike. 2 down, go ahead run in scoring position. And downstairs.
Hey, now we got 2.
And a pitch. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Just missed.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Swings and misses.
All right, now let's walk it off. Yay!
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
First win of the year. 3 innings, 7 Ks.
Is it so? Did they just order an evacuation for where the Iraq nuclear reactor is? Am I right about this? I don't know if I'm right about it. Hang on a minute. Did they just order an evacuation for the Iraq nuclear reactor? Yes.
Baseball, emoji baseball, emoji baseball, emoji baseball, emoji baseball.
Yes. In Elam, Houston, Israeli military orders evacuation of all employees and people around Iraq nuclear plant in Iran ahead of
Yes.
the strike.
A new sleeve. 434. Don't mean nothing.
Let me read the post again.
What sleeve did we get? Change some of this around. Trouts.
This is, I mean, this seems like big news to me.
You don't need stamina, so.
Oh, let me translate. Let me
Durability,
translate
arm.
the picture. I'm going to translate the picture.
I think the best one is for pitching is
Are they going to blow up
this
the
one.
reactor?
And we got the new 100% diamond S3s with +7 vision, +4 discipline, +6 accuracy, +5 fielding, +5 reaction. What a hit that was. Axle grease. So what's he up to? What's he up to? An 88. Them shades are awesome. I don't know what. We need more training.
Specifically mention the reactor, but the reactor is in the picture.
Okay. June.
I'll show you.
Kansas City.
This is the translation right here. Urgent warning to employees and all people located in the red area of the map within the cities of Iraq and
Closing situation.
continues to operate this area.
Californication. Dream of Californication. Look at our run differential, everybody.
2 kilometer radius.
373 to 280. We are first in all
So the
pitching and
circle
defense
is about
categories.
2.5 miles wide. But so
The least
middle is
home
right here.
runs, the most
It looks like
strikeouts,
that's
the
the
lowest
middle is the
ERA with a
mid, right? 'Cause it's
3.3,
a radius from
and the
here.
first in runs allowed. This is a World Series team.
So the middle is right
And
there.
I get to close the door, and I'm supposed to be a two-way
Welcome
player,
in,
but
John
they've
Shelby,
shifted me
Chris
to a
Singleton.
one-man
Late
role.
stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth.
It's there. Well, that's the reactor. I mean, there's a water treatment plant. There's a heavy water reactor facility.
To the batter now, Jack Sawinski.
Hydrogen sulfide plant.
There's a strike.
Oh, that insurance run
98
in the
on
bottom
the
of the eighth
cutter.
inning was so good to add on.
7
especially with this
saves out
power
of the
hitter at
lead.
plate. If he goes deep, you're still up in the ball game. Really good spot to be in right here.
And it's strike 2.
Ooh, Bulk is back. Get there.
Foul territory.
Yeah.
Moreno takes it in for the
Gabriel.
one away. He's 2 outs away. Here's Adley Rutschman. And that's in for a strike.
They hope
Nasty
he's the guy to spark a
curveball.
comeback. He tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
Exit his zone for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just
Another
pumping
K.
gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up. Well, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys
Hello.
throwing in the upper
Welcome to the
90s,
Minnesota Dirt
and
Channel.
you see the velocity
Baseball,
on that
emoji
one.
baseball,
Just
emoji
tough to
baseball,
catch
emoji
up.
baseball,
These
emoji
These
baseball.
guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
Foul ball.
Saya Suzuki. Strike 3, buddy.
James is just 1 strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the
You
ball
can't
game.
touch a 99 mile an hour.
People might be surprised to see how many pitchers have collected 200 saves in their careers. It's not a lot.
200.
He's just joined that club. Keeps climbing that leaderboard.
Two-time
save after
All-Star.
save.
See what happens. I have an idea about this character build. If we don't win a World Series this year, I'm gonna request a trade and try and go back to catching because this character can hit. Jeremiah James can hit. There's a milestone for the career, 200 saves. Wow. In 6 years, that means basically 3 seasons. 4, 3.5. Catcher, closer, star.
Welcome in,
Thank God I'm in America. 1-0, 21 of 22, 2.12. Look at the batter's averages, .131 and .195. Wow. It's Hall of Fame numbers. Seiya Suzuki.
Seiya Suzuki steps in for the Royals. 0 for 4. He's flied out 3 times and also grounded out. And that's in the dirt.
Who's catching?
On the ground to the
No.
left.
Nito.
Whips it across. And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
Bobby.
He's 2 outs away. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. And that skips
I
in.
give him nothing to hit.
Swing and a drive. Deep left field. Carter on the move, racing back. Feeling for the wall as he makes the
Is the
catch.
wind blowing in?
Last chance for the Royals. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jack
Wind's
Sawinski.
blown in. Sawinski. Where did he go?
That misses the zone.
in Pittsburgh.
And it's 1-0.
Move up to top 3 in saves after today.
Just missed.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Wow.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Foul
Ricky.
ball there.
Let's try the cutter back over
One
the plate.
strike away. Got it. And that wraps it up for this afternoon.
Another save.
I'd say this team really needed to win this game today. It pushed them over the top to win the series, which is great. But when you go on the road in the next series, going into some hostile territory, you want to have a lot of confidence. And you want to be feeling really good about how you're playing, as well as to your left and your right, your teammates, that they're on track as well.
Yo. Yo.
22 saves. Let's go back to the clubhouse.
Let's look this up about Iraq.
Okay.
So I had an article
Angels are going to the World Series.
about some nuclear sites in Iran. Give me a moment.
Do 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 do
So
do.
the Washington Post had an article and it says Iraq. Where is it? The Iraq heavy. It says here the Iraq heavy water reactor produces heavy water to operate nuclear reactors. That's what the Washington Post cites. Article cites.
Get that guy at the plate. He'll hit a ding dong.
And the article said that it's
Nothing.
ongoing.
Ah.
The reconstruction and modernization of it. Facebook needs to be restarted. I gotta restart Facebook.
Screwball. Screwball. Alright. Let's go and control. Velocity 4, control 4, brake 2. What did that get it to? 87. Well, now it's time just to get through.
But there's a nuclear complex there. There's a nuclear complex there. There's a heavy water production plant. Anyway.
Houston. 51 and 32, 19 over 500.
Hey guys, look, I have an article about it from AT right here. Israel's military warns people to evacuate the area around Iran's Iraq heavy water reactor. Israel's military warned people today, a short while ago, to evacuate the area around Iran's Arak heavy water reactor. The Arak heavy water reactor is 150 miles southwest of Tehran. Heavy water helps cool nuclear reactors, but it produces plutonium as a byproduct that can potentially be used in nuclear weapons. That would provide Iran another path to the bomb beyond enriched uranium, should it choose to pursue the weapon. Iran had agreed in its nuclear deal with world powers to redesign the facility to relieve proliferation concerns. No, I don't believe this. This is not a buried underground target that would be vulnerable. Okay. So, anyways, let me show you where this complex is again. This evacuation.
Save situation. Vladimir Guerrero, Luis Matos, S. Jones. San Francisco, they like to hit home runs.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. And now Spencer Jones, 1 for 3. Hit hard on the ground to short. Fires over to Guerrero.
One down.
One down. He's 2 outs away. Tyler O'Neill now at the plate. Right through there for a strike. James, a former All-Star. He throws a cutter, a changeup, a slider, a curve, and he works in a 4-seamer. And the right-hander deals. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The Halos leading by 2 here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Cut on and miss. Struck him out.
He fell for
Number
it.
2.
He fell
Well, I'm not
for
sure
it.
what he was waiting on. Still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
2 outs. And a swing and a miss.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
And there's a ball. The Giants down to their final strike. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Cheap.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Lifted to left, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Angels take game 1 of the series on the road.
'23. Got Jay's on his feet. Guerrero, 2 bombs. Triple. Tommy Bradley. There's the pitcher.
With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. 9th inning here with 1 away. One down. And up next for the Giants, Luis Matos. 1 for 3. Gets the call. 0-1.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes
In the air, left field. Carter sizes this one up and makes the grab. Runner tagging from third. Throw is offline, and he scores. It's 7-3.
well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Kicks and fires. And it's fouled away.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
That's hard hit on the line. He's got it. Ball game. And the
Another
Angels
save.
take the first 2 games of this series on the road.
Bases loaded. 1 out. Gunnar Henderson ended up in San Fran. Wow.
Southeast of Baghdad. That was Operation Osiris. So maybe they're just going to blow it up so that, like he said, it can't be used in the future. Let me say something.
Closing opportunity. Sixth in runs, 421. Runs allowed, first at 312.
Our rock is on there.
109 differential. That's huge. Second in home runs at 127. Our ERA combined is a 3.4 first. 735 strikeouts first.
Couple thank yous here. Hang on.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. So next up for Houston, Jeremy Pena. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
That one called a strike.
101.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
101 to 82, 19 miles per hour.
Here in the ninth.
Well, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths, it's not just the pitcher, it's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders, have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quick.
And that one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Next pitch is downstairs. Right through there for a strike. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Jimenez in the box now. No balls and a strike. One run across in the frame so far here in game one of this three-game set. And a foul ball.
This is the type of hitter his club wants at the plate, especially playing from behind. He's hoping to start a rally right here.
Swings through it.
There ain't gonna be no rally.
So they're down to their final out. Riley Green up next for the Astros. And first offering is fouled off. Fletcher off of first with 2 away. They're down to their final strike.
Oh, he doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but
sends it to center, and that's going to do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Angels claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that
25
you're on a roll.
He's going to the All-Star
It just
game.
takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big out.
I think I'm going to play every character build I got on file. 1 month each. 25 saves. Season milestone.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth.
0.134, 0.174.
Now it's the right fielder, Dominic Fletcher. On the ground. And that one handled. Now one gone in the ninth.
Rack 'em up.
He's 2 outs away. Here's Eloy Jimenez. In there at the knees. That one missed. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the ninth. That one down the line. He takes it on his own. 2 up, 2 down.
The easy way.
Here's Riley Green. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the second game of the series. They're down to their final strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. This could end it. And the right-hander deals. Swung on, belted. Trap going back on this one. And it's off the wall. And that's a 2-out double.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. 2 outs, and 1 in scoring position. A little out front there as he swings through it. That one is absolutely belted. And it's a 1-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. The run comes in from second. It's 3-2.
A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything, and pulled it into the gap nicely.
So the tying run at second. On the ground, right side. Throw to first in time. This one is over. And the Angels take the first 2 games of this series.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum.
I wasn't
and you
in
think
fear.
you're
I just
never going
don't
to lose
like
a game
giving
again
up
because
runs.
things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. The team is making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling. It's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can. Perhaps push it up to double digits.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. And stepping in for the Astros, Cal Raleigh. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. James, a former All-Star. He throws a cutter, a changeup, a slider, a curve, and he works in a 4-seamer. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And strike 2. The pitch. Got it by him for the K.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Back in the box here, lets that one go for a ball. The Angels trying to close out a 3-run lead here in the third and final game of the series. This one high in the air to left center. Trout sizing this one up. Hauls it in for the out. So it's their last chance in this one. Here's the third baseman, number 9. Ball 1, no strikes. Swings through that.
1-1.
James is just 1 strike away. Fouls it off, still 1-2. 2 outs. And that's a base hit.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
That clips the corner.
Well, they kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And a swing and a miss.
Shut the door.
They
shut it.
I always love playing 4th of July games at home. There's so much energy in the ballpark. The red, white, and blue everywhere. And when you get a win, you feel like you did something special. Now it's off to get showered and changed and enjoy these fireworks.
That's another sweep. Oh, you got to be over 60 wins at the halfway point.
Democrats and Republicans have in the House also the current and former leadership of the U.S. Capitol.
20 save streak. That's a jinx.
Hey, thanks so much to Allison. Allison. I'll just say that. Thank you. They seem to be having issues with I think they need to fix the brightness on the iPhone.
Wow. 57 wins out of 90. 72 games to go. Tommy Edman only got to get a hit.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Well, 1-run game. Brian Hayes now at the plate. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1. Swing and a miss. And he's
One
down
down.
on strikes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other two outs.
No one can get there. It falls in. The
Got
relay
him.
to second. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. He's put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Hauls it in. It is 2-1.
Uno mas.
So it's their last chance in this one. And now the right fielder, Brett Callahan. And that one is in for a strike.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. One strike away. And that's a little high.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
So the tying run at second. Battling here as he fouls it away. The pitch. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Oh, this has been a productive night.
The tying run left stranded at second.
Well, this turned out to be an exciting, very well-played game.
28
Always feels great when you
saves.
can take the lead in the 8th at home. Come out in the 9th, the crowd will be behind that pitcher as he tries to get those final 3 outs. Everybody goes home happy with a win like this.
Stewie Ruiz, Christian Hernandez.
The VPN doesn't go around the injury.
I think it's All-Star time.
That's my understanding. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. The VPN still uses the Yeah, this looks like they just shut off the injury. Before saying you could sell
What do we got here?
well, not cellular internet.
6 more games until the All-Star break.
Cellular internet, right? Because this isn't cellular internet, just using the Iranian internet.
I gotta do some adjustments here.
Tyrell would say no. It says no inbound or outbound traffic across wires. Here's the net log. Here's your chart. You can see it goes down to basically zero. All of a sudden, it goes down to basically zero. Net logs knows what they're talking about. This is what they say. They know. That stakes is the deal.
That's weird. They took all of the...
I don't know if it's a thing. I don't know if it's directed more at Israel or at the domestic population. I honestly don't know.
So what's he at? 84. And we'll go to this guy. Dominican bat. I don't know how I ended up on that. This one right here. Reserve Maple and Black and Red. Pro Collection will go Trout Elite. It's all about trout. Horse Trouts. Catcher Mass.
Hello. Welcome to the Minnesota Dirt Channel. Baseball, emoji baseball, emoji baseball, emoji baseball, emoji baseball. Fun. Yo. Yo. Angels are going to the World Series.
Wikipedia says Iran had said it wanted to bring the Arak nuclear reactor online next year.
So he's an 84 catcher and he's an 89 pitcher. Closer. Nothing, nothing, nothing.
Oh, I should maybe switch.
Let's see, what was the last
I'm gonna
setup?
switch from the Hypercam because that Hypercam is pretty useless right now.
Contact power
Right? That Hypercam
defibrillator.
is not really doing us much good.
Maybe a velocity.
So I can show you.
Forcing. Okay, here's where we gotta do some change ups. I want Mookie's bat.
Let's just leave it. Just leave it. Well, I can put Mochi up there.
And I want Trout gloves. Trout glove. Trout
Take off a Hypercam.
Pro Season. Pro Series. Jordan 2 Pro Series. Nike.
I know we're gonna have two Jerusalems. I know that.
Roberto Clemente. The S3 will respect the tools and the home run derby. Looking good. 85. Wow. Okay. I'll save it and try and get to the All-Star break. I think I'm just gonna save it here. That way I do better when I get to open it up again.